I don't know if anything's related, but we've always sort of not had a ghost problem, but definitely have had experience with ghosts. Our first apartment was haunted. We had people over one time and we were all sort of sitting around I was sitting at the dining room table and everybody else was sitting in sort of the living room area, but it's like an open space. And this lamp moved and crashed onto the ground, and I was the closest person near it, yet I wasn't touching it. So from that point on, well, everybody left, and then that point on, we sort of just had like weird things, like you could hear glasses clinking in other rooms, or sort of whispers, like talking, but you could never make out a word. I used to just leave the television on thinking I was crazy. And then my husband one day sort of saw a ghost walk down the hallway, and he stopped what he was doing and he looked and he followed it, and I was like, what are you looking at? Because I couldn't see anything.
What I noticed and why I used to come in the front all the time, bro, but I stopped coming in the front because when I leave, I feel it rush up on me. So when I go and I turn off the light, and then I go to get out, it's like it's fucking chasing me.
That's what I can say.
At that moment, he actually called his mom, who is very Christian, and it was past midnight, but she came over to our apartment and anointed us and blessed the house. But immediately when she crossed the threshold, you could sort of feel the energy completely change. And after that, things sort of settled down. My eldest child has always sort of looked off into sort of nowhere and chatted since he was small. His toys would randomly play, just all kinds of stuff. But then, yeah, we came here, and now, again, when we're here and it's a new space, you don't actually tell each other at first sort of what you hear or what's sort of going on, because you don't really believe it. You're like, oh, maybe there was a bird on the roof, or maybe, you know, you try to find like an explanation for everything.
The reason why I'm here is because of a photo that blew me away. It looks like there's a man outside of the automotive shop on the security camera footage that they caught about a year ago, and it doesn't appear that he has any legs and his entire body is glitched out. There was a video that came along with the photo but has since been lost in time due to the incident being over 18 months ago. In the photo, it shows a young man with what appears to be missing legs, and he almost looks transparent. And to my knowledge, he was only seen for such a short amount of time, and he actually disappeared before exiting the frame. Another paranormal research team around Winnipeg actually sent me the photo and asked me to come along with them to conduct an investigation. The investigation is going to be broken down into two different parts in this video. The first night we investigated with the owners of the building and the paranormal research team themselves, and the second part of the investigation is the night that Jamie Lopez and myself came back to conduct an investigation, just the two of us. And the reason we did this is because there was a lot of noise contamination the first night. There was people working in the shop next door, and just overall there was a lot of people there. So there was a lot of missing noises that we thought we heard, but we didn't for sure know if we got it on camera, just due to the mass amount of noise, and I think you guys will hear that in the video. Genuine Automotive is a newer establishment, and before it became the shop that it is today, it actually sat vacant for over a decade. It's assumed that some of the children of Jigtown became infatuated with the deserted building, playing with Ouija boards inside of the building and conducting small paranormal investigations of their own over the years that it sat dormant. Jigtown is a name given to the location by the people of Winnipeg that refers to the rough neighborhood on the north side of the city. The reason we believe that children were drawn to this location while it sat abandoned is due to a suicide that occurred at the Sisler High School next door on the footpath back in 1988. A handful of young students came upon a man who they believed just had incredible balance on the monkey bars, but as they got closer, they realized that the man was deceased, hanging from a yellow rope. Now, the photo that Tabitha and Kevin caught on their security camera footage shows a lot of similarities in the build and height of the young man who killed himself. We also noticed when we were doing our investigation, the characteristics of the spirits that we were getting seemed to be shy and timid, which they would have never imagined him ever doing something like this when they referred to his suicide. This is how our investigation went on our first night in Jigtown.
It's still there, wait, it's gone.
Can you show yourself again and come back, please?
Where's your
Okay, it's showing Dan. So Dan's sitting there. So that's
There's one in there.
Is there? Why don't you touch the REM pod?
There it is in the chair.
It's on a chair.
Yeah. Why don't you touch the REM
Oh,
pod?
there was the other one by the printer.
And it's not picking him up.
If you touch the REM pod, you're gonna.
It's
It will
not
give you
picking up
some
Dan.
energy.
That's
It's standing up again.
So this is real, guys?
yes.
Yeah.
It's mapping out infrared.
Are you feeling a lot of energy? We're
Would it
good
maybe
guys.
pick a
Jamie,
recording up?
do you have your Ovilus going? If there's anybody here that showed themselves on the camera to the owners of this building, would you like to come through and talk to us? We did see you, so we know you're here.
Didn't see your name.
Let's do a sensory reset, yeah. Shut that off there. See what happens when you shut it off, though. Sometimes all of a sudden, something else will happen on the other side, I bet. That's still that noise going off. It's that alarm. That's your desk alarm is going off.
You know how you put the code in, and then it's been going off this whole time. I push the button.
I've never heard this thing for like a year. I thought the batteries were dead.
Yeah, it just started going off.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Like,
this
you know, if
before.
you put it in wrong and then it goes off because you did it wrong,
So who
then
went
it's
through
not.
what?
Nothing
That's
happened.
been
That's
going
just
off.
making
So,
it start going
just
off.
so you know, that's not normal at all like that. That thing's been dead for a minute.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Hey, 2 years old, those batteries?
We immediately noticed the two figures come up on the SLS camera, along with the sound that the desk was making. It had an alarm going off, and it's interesting because when I came back to do my second investigation there, Tabitha and Kevin both mentioned that the desk alarm didn't stop going off until a day later, and they tried to get it to stop, but it wouldn't stop. They just ended up having to let the batteries drain on it. We conducted a spirit box session, Jamie and I, and we got a lot of weird results, but nothing that was completely conclusive to me. I will post the entire spirit box session over on Patreon if you want to try and break it down yourself. But after we did the spirit box session, there were small technical issues that we were running into, like mic packs shutting off.
Oh, you guys were doing that?
So we moved our investigation into the area that was the most active area that they claimed. Are you the person that hung themselves nearby this area that showed themselves on the camera to the owners? If you are, make it stop. Redlined.
It's fucking crazy.
You know what? How it doesn't make any sense is that it'll go to yellow if you hold it to like a microwave.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And this was very active last time when we did the interview here.
Sitting on the couch, maybe.
Hmm.
Sitting on my couch. Hanging out in my office.
Pay attention.
Do you guys hear that?
I just got a word, pay attention.
Pay attention. Pay attention to what? What do you want us to pay attention
Yeah.
to? Somebody watch security cams. What do you want us to pay attention to?
Sounds.
Sounds.
Pay attention to sounds. Okay. We'll pay attention to the sounds. Can you give us some sounds to go off of then?
Please and thank you.
Pay attention. Whoa. Okay.
Sorry,
there's
that's
Yeah,
me.
fair.
I'm gonna just put.
What was that?
What was that?
Yeah,
what was that though?
That was like
Spike.
something moving.
Spike?
Spike.
This thing was spiking? This thing was spiking.
Your rims, but spike, but your rims, like it sounded like on the rims.
So this thing was
Have it again.
spiking. That.
Spike,
Pay
spike.
attention to the sound spiking. Okay. Give us a little bit more to go off of, please.
We just
It
want a
was- you know
little,
what,
a
it
little
almost
bit
comes
more
in, like,
information.
broken English.
Thank you.
Harry.
Harry.
What's the name?
Is that your name? Is Harry your name?
So we got a
know
Kyle.
anybody named
We got a
Harry.
Kyle before, and we got a Harry. So is that the two names that are here in this room?
If Harry is your name, give us a sound and we'll pay attention now.
What's that guy's name? He lost his legs.
Harv.
Harv. Okay.
Harry again.
Harry again. Okay.
It almost like it said like answered me.
So Harry,
Right?
are you here with us?
Give us another light. Sorry.
Said wait.
Okay. Sorry. You impatient.
You gotta watch those cams too, because it could show itself
Like
on
it
there.
could, like,
Teacher.
What?
Teacher from Sisler High School. Do you know somebody from there?
Mr. Duran. He died in his car right outside of Burroughs on. Is that you that dropped something? Yeah. Okay. Burroughs and right by the bus stop to go on the buses. He was in his car for lunch and he had a heart attack and died there. And a student had to find him. And yeah,
Field.
Field.
So like right
Oh
there.
yeah, they died in the field. where
So
my
there's a
Yeah.
field right behind us.
Mr. Duran's name was.
Michael?
I don't know. Do you
Did
know?
you kill yourself?
Imagine it was Harry.
Is this
Harry
suicide?
Duran.
Yes, I think.
Best.
Or best. Okay.
Best, yeah.
We know there's some lost souls around this area. Were you one of those people?
Hey.
Nick.
Harry, Nick, and
Is this Nick again?
Kyle
Just
that we
the
got
same
from
Said
the
person?
Nick,
spirit box.
Is this the second time we've heard Nick?
Whoa!
Oh, what was that?
it was like almost like, yeah, that is your second time.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You heard
So
about
it's-
me
it's-
twice.
It's Harry
What?
and Nick.
Important.
There's no reason that should have done that.
That was nuts.
No, you're not. It's
Light
like
up the
same
K2.
procedure.
Can you light up the K2 to red just so we know you're still here?
Yeah.
Not pick up anything right now.
Light the K2 up one more time.
One.
That's
One more time.
One. Yeah, one more time, please.
that's just,
Or just that once. Can,
There it is.
There you go. Thank
Thank you.
Thank
there's
you.
the one. That was me. Sorry, I forget that's there. How many are in the room with us?
Is it Nick and Harry?
And Lloyd? That's
Kyle?
Is it Nick?
Bible.
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 You
We're talking
know,
about.
I'm playing with my.
You know, it's crazy. It's been
rosary
going off
right now.
crazy right now compared to when it was before.
Yeah,
Hey?
it
We were
was.
doing that last
I'm playing with my
spirit box. It was
rosary.
barely even going off.
It was good. Yeah.
When it said Bible, I was playing with my rosary.
There's a REM pod. There it is, right there, in front, right here. That one, yeah. Are you
can find
you're
a stick
touching that
figure
now?
over here.
Whoa!
What, you saw a shadow?
No, I heard something else come out there. I decided to dig a little bit further into the Winnipeg archives and found out that on the same day the young man's suicide was published, another article was published right underneath his article. It's titled, J.J. Harper's Spirit Permeates Hearing. It talks about a native leader by the name of J.J. Harper. He was the executive director of the Island Lake Tribal Council, and he was shot to death during a struggle with Winnipeg police. He was stopped by an officer believing he was the suspect of a vehicle theft, which coincidentally we got the word thieves coming through the ovulus, right in the moments when all of my mic packs suddenly shut off at random. I remember we all stood there in shock when the word thieves came through, and I don't think any of us realized why. We just felt like it was somehow related to a bigger picture of the story. But after none of us could tie anything to the word thieves, we just made jokes about, hey Kevin, your shop's gonna get broken into in the next couple of days. The article even mentions that the hearing was held at a school gymnasium and the principal had a lot to say about it. And the ovulus even said teacher shortly after it said Harry 2 times. The article highlights J.J. Harper and the Aboriginal community and how his death encouraged the Aboriginal community to speak out for once. But the part that really freaked me out was J.J. Harper's brother is actually named Harry. Harry was also the translator that spoke on behalf of him at the hearing. This freaked me out because Harry was a name that we got frequently on the first investigation, and we even got it again the second time that Jamie and I came back and did an investigation of our own. Now, I don't know if these two stories are connected in any way, but with the Aboriginal community being so strong and so mighty in its spiritual beliefs, it brings me back to the thought of that young boy who committed suicide. The young boy who I believe we were speaking with the entire night, and I believe that he was paying homage to the story that would have happened back in 1988, and using it as a sign to let us know that it was him. And maybe that's why I had the unshakable need to dive deeper into the story and even come back for a second time. Okay, if there's anything here with us from the other night we were here, my name is Johnny and this is Jamie. Could you let us know that you're here with us?
We had a really good positive energy last time. Can you help us do that again, please?
Whoa. Just went off once for redlining. We have, oh. If that's you, can you come do that again? Oh.
Thank you.
We want to try and tell your story, so if you could give us some information through the Ovilus as to what your name is, that would be very helpful to tell your story. What were the names? Harry? Came through a couple times.
Harry, Nick,
Nick, yeah.
Kyle,
Over there.
are you a male or female? We know there's two spirits here, so which one are we connecting to?
Are you the person that we saw in the picture? We saw what looked like a man in the picture, so we did catch somebody on camera here. So you don't have to be shy.
Why are you in this property?
That might be the water.
There's the water there, yeah. I had that too.
Well, we could go to that side. That side seems to be the most active side.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
We're going to go on to this side, so if you want, you can follow us over here, or if you're already over on this side.
Science.
We'll get that. There'll be that noise of the furnace a little bit.
So remember, there's one motion ball on the floor, one on the table. There's one on the couch in the other room. Also on the desktop. Phone.
Phone?
I do have a phone in my hand, okay.
Let's go.
Could it be from the...
What about this phone?
Could it be from the bank? Was that... Sally House. Can you light up that ball again? Because that could be from the bank, from the phone.
Okay, so you know what's interesting? As soon as we walked in this area, Ovula started going off a little bit more.
A little bit more.
It's like almost dead in there.
It's dead.
See, it's just going.
It's just saying random
It's
stuff.
funny because the K2.
You had the K2 there?
It just as soon as I said that, it's just quiet, and then as soon as I say that. The other day you lit this K2 meter up really good in this spot. Can you do that again for us? Now it's just Jamie and myself here. We're very interested in telling your story. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like ticking.
Ticking there.
We know that it seems like you're shy, and you did mention last time that you felt safer in this area. Can you tell us why that is?
Oh, REM pod.
It's a REM pod going on.
This one.
What the hell? Can you let go of that, please? You know what's interesting? Isn't that right beside their sage?
That's a sage, yeah. She uses a lot of the sage every single time. Is this sage good? Does it help you calm? Tabitha likes to use sage every single nighttime.
Sounds like something over there. Wait, is that another one?
No, same one.
Oh, I thought I heard that one over there. That's so weird, right by the sage.
Thank you for that.
These REM pods didn't really go off except for the one in the front entrance
No,
last time.
it last time was mostly in the front, yes. This is the first time that it's been active over here.
Oh, my ear's ringing. Did you hear that?
Did you? Yeah.
It sounded like a...
Yeah, I heard that, yo.
Let's go over there.
It looked like it came behind you. I don't know, man.
Oh, my ear's ringing. Did you hear that?
Did you? Yeah.
It sounded like a...
Yeah, I heard that, yo.
Let's go over there.
It looked like it came behind you. I don't know, man.
I couldn't tell where it came from.
I don't know. I just felt like it sounded like
That was like...
something like that. Yeah.
It was loud.
I freaked you out. That was kind of freaked you out a little bit.
That one got my hairs on end.
No. Yeah, we both have a razor on that end.
We both looked right at each other too.
Yeah, at the same time.
Like,
there,
wow,
yeah.
was that?
We have good. Yeah, no, for sure.
Was that you making that noise?
What the fuck?
You heard it again?
Dude, what the was that?
It was like...
I heard that, man.
It's over here. Right where the fucking REM pod was, dude.
Dude, my heart just kind of like bumped.
It's going?
A little bit, yeah, because I just heard that. You heard that voice.
Okay.
Oh.
You heard that too?
Yeah.
A big ticking noise?
A little bang. Sound on a bang.
Another one in the bathroom. Here.
Who's here?
Harry, it sounded like.
Harry?
No way.
Did it say Harry?
Harry, it said. That said Harry, or did that say Terry too? They were back to back.
Oh man. Throw.
What do you want to throw?
Yeah, what would you like to throw?
You can throw one of our balls.
Oh shit.
We're gonna try this is called a sensory deprivation. So what we're gonna do is, Jamie's gonna say the words that he feels like you're saying to him, and I'm gonna ask you questions. Turned on. It just broke.
Yeah, it was working before though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was working perfectly fine. What the f? That was the K2. Dude. Is your mic on? Turn your mic on. What the f was that all about? Nick?
Nick.
Again? That was again. That's three times
Okay, hold
in
on.
this area. And that,
Nick, yeah. Fuck, I keep
why is it doing that?
I keep stopping my f***ing camera here. I should grab the other one quickly.
What in the Oh my God, this one was recording. Thank God. The Sony was recording the whole time.
The Sony was recording?
Yeah,
Nice.
thank you. Jesus.
Okay, that's good stuff.
As if that was recording. So we'll see when it happened.
We're gonna see, yeah.
It just started on its own.
It's been going on for quite a while. Okay. Front pause going on again. Why? What is going on?
During this investigation, we definitely got some paranormal activity in my mind, but it's not as much as I would have assumed that we would have got given the story of the suicide being so close to Sisler High School and the man who was seen on the security camera footage. I would have thought we would have got a little bit more, but what I actually believe is going on here is Kevin and Tabitha, one of them has some sort of spirit following them around. They see it at home, they feel it in the shop when they're there, and during our first night, we actually got more to the story than the second night that we were there. And the reason I believe we even got anything the second night is because Tabitha and Kevin were there for about an hour before they locked us in. And I feel as though there might have been some residual energy that lingered around. So what I'd like to do is go back to the location with Kevin and Tabitha and do one night of investigating with them there just to really see if there's something attached to them. And I would like to even bring a medium on for that investigation. So for now, I would definitely say that this place is haunted, but it might not be the location itself.
I don't know who first it happened to, but we were trying to leave out the front door in the evening, and we sort of felt a rush of energy come up from behind, almost as if a human being was like rushing up against you, but we knew no one was there because we were alone. After that, we sort of all kind of shied away from using the front entrance. And then from then, it would be little sort of shadows that I would see cross the doorway, or just the sense I was never really alone. I don't use the front office because I always feel like somebody's sitting on the couch with me. So I just prefer to not be in that space. I also hear like a cup will sit down on a table a lot, and then footsteps back here every once in a while. Sometimes I hear the sound of a door opening. That's sort of the extent of my experience here. For me, the ghost sort of plays tricks on me to let me know it's here, like by like doing the glass thing and then playing in the shadows and stuff and making me just feel that it's nearby. Whereas with my sons and husband, it will physically feel as though it's being chased out. So I do feel as though it is protective in nature, but I don't necessarily think it likes me. I think it just might feel superior to me even, and that it doesn't I don't bother it, you know what I mean? But my husband's energy, and definitely my eldest child, he does not like them. He the energy when they're here, especially if they're by themselves, he likes to make them feel scared.